Okay guys, so like the title suggests, in this video we're going to go over how you can develop confidence in soccer. So, as I've said before, you can be the most talented player in the world, the most skillful player in the world, but if you lack that confidence, you're not going to be able to display your abilities on a consistent level. Again, like I've said, you can have two players who have exactly the same skill level, but one's confident and one's unconfident, and the one that is confident is going to perform better than the one who's not confident. Now, this may seem like a terrible thing for those of you out there who feel like you're not a confident player, but don't worry, I'm going to explain how you can elevate your confidence, how you can build it up so that you can start playing your best in every single game. So first off, know you are in control of your confidence. Now, that might be bad news for some of you. You might think that's a bad thing, and good news for some of the other people out there. Now, if you think that's bad news, I'm going to try and change that perception right now. Now, if you're not confident now, I can understand if you think, well, the only person who can change my confidence is me. Well, great. I can understand if you think that. But in reality, it really is up to you, and it really is something that is developed and that you can change. And I should know, I was a very unconfident player when I was younger. Very talented, very skillful, but my confidence wavered all the time, and I learned how to develop it. No one comes into this world just confident. It doesn't happen that way. It's something that's developed. Low confidence is developed just like high confidence is. Sometimes some players develop low confidence based on circumstances. Some players develop high confidence, but you can always take it from one to the next. So you can go from low confidence to really high confidence. So realize that confidence is a skill, like any other physical skill. This one's more mental, but it is a skill. And many players neglect this area because it's not something as tangible as, say, going outside and practicing step overs over again. But it is something you have to develop. So just know, first and foremost, you are in control of your confidence, and you are the one that can change it. You can wake up every day and decide that you are going to make a change and be more confident in that day, and only feed yourself with positive thoughts instead of giving in to these negative thoughts. Now, there are two kinds of ways that players I have found become or start lacking confidence. The first way is they over-criticize themselves. And the second way is people insult them or criticize them. So let's go over both really quickly. Now, I used to be the first kind. I used to be the kind that would criticize myself when I made a mistake. And I mean, like, really get on my back, really get down on myself. Every time I was in the game and I took a bad touch, every time I was in the game and I shot from like 18 yards and just skied it, or, did something that I deemed not good, I would get really down on myself. Now, this did mean I held myself to high standards, but it never benefited me in any way, because I would just make a mistake, and even if I was having a good game, I would start to have a bad game because I would just get down on myself, and then that would fester, and that would lead to more mistakes. So if you're being ultra critical of yourself, you need to stop doing that. And instead of saying things like, I can't believe you made a bad touch there, I can't believe that you suck, realize it's okay to make mistakes and you're not perfect. We're all human. Even some of the best players in the world make mistakes from time to time. So instead, say something like, it's okay to make mistakes, get the next one. Concentrate on the next play, that mistake is over. You have to convince yourself of these things. So if you make a mistake in a game, just don't worry about it. Just keep your head up, get on with the next play, and try and do your best the next time. Now, the second kind of lack of confidence that, or thing that affects lack of confidence in a lot of players I found, is other people insulting them or telling them they suck, or, criticizing them. Now, this seems to be the more common kind, although I see a lot of players also with both of these. They have both of these lack of confidence kind of factors. And the second one is the one that annoys me the most, because you really shouldn't care what other people think of you. And I know that's easier said than done, because I've been in that situation too, maybe not for soccer, but for other things, where, things people say will affect me. But realize what other people say really doesn't matter. It's all about what you think of yourself and what you think of your ability. And when you get to the point where you know you're a good player and you have that self-confidence in your first, which is why I recommend developing the first one, the self-confidence, you won't really care when someone comes along and says you suck. You won't even respond. There's no point, because you know that they're not telling the truth. You know they're just trying to insult you and bring you down. And you will encounter people like this in your life and you'll encounter teammates, opponents, maybe even some coaches like this. They're just there throughout life. And a lot of people will do it to, elevate themselves above you, or at least try. And the only way to counter this is to ignore them. Don't give them the satisfaction. Realize that you're a good player. So if someone comes along and says, dude, what are you doing? That play sucked. You suck. Just know to yourself, be like, yeah, it's just a mistake. I don't suck. I've demonstrated many times in the past I don't. So I'm just going to disregard that. It's all going to be how you react to someone saying something to you. If you react to someone insulting you by saying, hey, shut up, man. No, I don't suck. If you react in that manner, you're going to feel down. It's going to hit your confidence. But if you don't even respond to that, you kind of laugh it off or brush it off, then you are in control and it's not going to affect your confidence. And if anything, it might boost your confidence. So those are the two main reasons players start to lose confidence. So one of the best ways to gain this confidence is start thinking of yourself as a very high-level player. Start thinking positive thoughts. Tell yourself repeatedly, I am a great player and I'm getting better and better. I am a great player and I'm getting better and better. Keep reinforcing that thought until you believe it, until it's a part of you, until it's a part of your being. Because once you believe that, any kind of criticism that comes your way, any kind of insult that comes your way, it's just going to bounce right off you. You're not going to care because deep down you know you're a great player. Now, make sure you're always practicing and improving. That's why I added the I am a great player, but I'm always improving. I'm always getting better, because you don't want to get too big-headed and think that you can't improve. But make sure you realize that you're a high-level player. Start thinking those positive thoughts, because when it comes down to it, if you think positive thoughts, if you brush off negative thoughts that come to you and criticism, you will become confident. If you think negative thoughts and you allow the negative thoughts of others to affect you and allow it to lower your confidence, you'll obviously not be that confident a player. It's really that simple when it comes down to it. Okay, and just one other thing before we end here. Remember, we are human. We make mistakes. Do not get down on yourself for ever making a mistake. If you make a mistake, it means you took action for one, which is never a bad thing. Never think mistakes are really that bad. We try and, in our society, we really make mistakes look like the worst thing possible, but you can't learn until you really made mistakes. Everyone's made mistakes. Everyone's made certain mistakes, and then they learn from it. So it's very important that if you do make a mistake, don't get down on yourself, but learn from that mistake. Because if you do get down on yourself, you probably won't learn from it. So think about it, maybe reflect on it after the game. Don't get down about it. Don't get down on yourself for actually having made the mistake, because that's inevitable. You will make mistakes. That's going to happen. But you can always reflect on the mistake and think of how you can prevent it from happening in the future. But never get down on yourself for making mistakes. That's the worst thing you can do. Okay, guys, so make sure you're empowering yourself on a daily basis to instill that confidence in yourself. Don't be your worst enemy. If you are insulting yourself and criticizing yourself, you are becoming your worst enemy and your main saboteur. So you don't want to do that. And also remember, don't shy away from constructive criticism. That's okay. If a coach comes to you and says, hey, Brian, or whatever your name is, or hey, Sharon, like that, that was pretty good, but you made a mistake there. I want you to try this next time. That's fine. That's not an insult. That's just trying to teach you and guide you and help you. That's fine. So, but if someone blatantly insults you, just don't give them the time of day. Just use those positive thoughts to reinforce that you're a good player, and you'll be absolutely fine. Alright guys, so thank you for watching. Remember to believe in your ability as a player and to know that you are getting better and better, and that you will learn from your mistakes and your confidence will soar. Alright, so I thank you for watching, and guess what guys, we just hit 4,000 subscribers. I just want to thank you guys so much for this. I mean, that is an incredible achievement. When we hit 5,000, we will be doing another subscriber special type thing. I haven't decided what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to do a Q&A unless you guys want me to, but I'm trying to think of something else I could do, something a little more unique. All right, guys, so thank you for watching the video. Once again, thank you so much for 4,000 subscribers. It means more than you know. It means a lot to me. And if you are new to Simplysoccer, help us get to a 5,000. You can hit that subscribe button down below because we release 3 to 4 videos that are designed to help you improve as a soccer player. All right, guys, once again, just thank you so much. Make sure you hit the like button and share with your teammates, and I'll see you on the next video.